Alright everybody, today we're here for our first week of the JJDL, and I realize my mic is pretty low, so at the beginning of the game and the beginning of videos, my mic's going to be pretty low from what I understand. But before our opponent actually challenges us, I'm going to go over the team. So here we have Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Weavile. It's pretty good into stuff like Thunderous. It actually threatens Greninja and Dragalge, which is pretty important. And the Life Orb just gives us a huge advantage because Low Kick actually one-shots Copperajah if he's not Choppleberry. Then I could go over everything else. Palafin is a setup variant with a lot of Spadef and Grass Knot, so it can Oko Quagsire. This can switch in once into Greninja. Shouldn't switch in a lot of times, but yeah. Ryan Gosling should do a lot. Then we have Sylvester Stallone, the Conkeldurr. This thing just completely destroys my opponent's team. The goal is to get it in as soon as possible and start clicking moves. Patrick Stewart is our main Gyapdos switch-in, as well as Hatterene, who also switches into Quagsire. But Gyapdos is really tough for us, so this thing will have to pull in some weight. Reflect and Light Screen are useful to click once Quagsire comes out. And then we have our Excalibur counter, Steve Carroll, the Thwackey with Terra Steel. So let's go in. Is it Terra Preview? Hold on. Let me check the rules real quick. Nope, it's just Paldedex Draft. My guy over here trying to make sure that he scouted my Terra. It's not gonna happen. Hopefully we do get the information as soon as possible, because that'd be bad if we didn't. Yeah. Alright, so we see Donphan, we see Quag. Okay, that's really big. What do we not see? From the guys I prepped for, you see the Arboliva. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. We see Gyaptos, Greninja, and Excalibur. We knew those ones were coming. What did I think was coming? Do we see no Thunders? That's big. That's enormous. I'm just gonna lead with the Thwackey, honestly. If he leads Gyaptos, I just go hard into my... The goal is to Terra as soon as possible, so I'm just gonna lead with this. Okay. But yeah. Looking at his team, Palafin goes crazy, dude. No Sylveon either, which is big. No Copperajah means my Hatterene also goes crazy. Bix not really the talkative type, I assume. Mostly because of the exchanges we've had so far. That's totally okay. Thwackey Grassy Glide actually kinda fucking goes in. One thing that might be annoying is the Arboliva. But yeah, I believe Gapto's not having to switch into Caporaja is also really, really big. It's enormous, in fact. Okay. Okay, guys, finally here. I'm gonna ignore spectators just because I'm. Okay, nice lead by me. Just gonna Terra Steel and U-turn here. You see Shonen? Cool name. He does know the minimal concept of what an anime is. Mr. Shonen jumped the Greninja over here. So if I had to guess, I think we're gonna see either of Excalibur switch or just a raw gunk shot, which would be crazy, honestly. Maybe we also see a low kick, but I'm honestly not worried about that. Yeah, we're good to go. See Gaptos. Okay, that's good for me. Let me just make sure. Thwacky versus Zapdos, Galar. A choice Scarf. U-turn did 3%, so he might be just a choice variant. I'm gonna go into Patrick Stewart. Here I'd like to set up a reflector light screen. Either that or I predict the switch and just go hard Palafin here, but I don't want to do that. I believe I'm gonna set up a screen first and then go Hatterene. I could also just go hard Hatterene, but let's not do that. Let's reflect. Quagsire is free here. Maybe he tries to predict a trick or something. But if he is choice Scarfed, he shouldn't stay in here. He should always U-turn. If he's not Scarfed, then he switches out, I believe. Let's just reflect. I think the obvious switch here is always Quagsire. I just don't want to go into something. Okay, maybe he's not. Let's go into Marilyn Monroe. Maybe he's not. What's it called? Maybe he's not choice Scarfed. Maybe he's banded. Okay, we get a spike off. Good. That's very good for me. Whore? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's not PG. Either way, Hatterene versus Quag. If he's physically defensive, Draining Kiss does a lot. I believe this is a Water Absorb variant. I'm just gonna CM. I believe this should be a Water Absorb variant because of Palafin. I also want to get Palafin going as soon as possible as well. But I'm just gonna CM here because it's so free. But yeah. If I had to guess, he stays in here. Maybe he tries to... Or goes Arbalova. Yeah, okay, that's good for me. I like that. I'm +1/+1. Versus Arbalova. Draining Kiss doesn't do a lot. I could Psyshock. I could also Mystical. In grassy terrain, Giga Drain actually does a shit ton. So I'm gonna start by... I feel like I want a Psyshock. But at the same time, Mystical Fire makes my life easier after, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay. Good. Now I'm just gonna Draining Kiss. My Reflect also lasts more now. And there's no grassy terrain. I could CM again. Let's do that. He did about 31% before I click any moves. Hold on. He did about 31, which seems to imply that he's 0 Spatak, just max HP. And how much did I do with Mystical? Mystical did 63. 63. Yeah, that checks out. He's probably max defense. Which means that now he's -1 Spatak, and without grassy terrain, he's not doing any kinds of damage. I'm just gonna CM. In fact, I like Draining Kiss better, just in case he gets fancy with Gren, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, goes Donphan, I like that. Nice. That's very big. I don't care what he does here, honestly. If he gunks, that's fine. Because, let's think about this. Donphan... took about 42% from that, which seems to suggest he's 0 Spadef. If he's gunk, but max HP at least. If he is gunk shot on this, I have a reflect up. Where's my reflect? Sure, fuck it, it's Veil. Gunk shot does 20, does nothing to me. I'm just gonna draining again. He spins, okay. That's 1 kill for Hatterene. That's big. So here, I actually don't know what he wants to do here. But Hatterene goes really crazy with the screen up. My guess is that he tries to go Greninja and outplay my Draining Kiss, but if he goes Greninja, I will just Psyshock him. The worst thing he can do is Dark Pulse, and I don't think he's clicking that. Also, not to mention with that thing gone, the Conkelders also goes really crazy. Okay, Gren's here. I'm just gonna Psyshock. I predicted he's gonna click Gunk Shot here. He surfs, he's protein, makes sense. Psyshock almost kills. Do I care? I think I just Draining Kiss again. He shows his Life Orb. Dark Pulses. Flinches me, which is funny. Surf can kill me here. I don't want to make any unnecessary plays, to be honest. Yeah, this frees up my Palafin a lot. So I'm just going to go into Palafin and Jet Punch. If he does decide to go into... Ooh, okay, this might be bad. I mean, the Jet Punch is really obvious. The Jet Punch is really, really obvious. He might try to go Quag and get a Hazard up. So honestly, I'd like to go into Sylvester Stallone here. Nice, I got him. Okay, that's awesome. Now, Conkeldurr versus Quagsire. Okay, I could Facade or CC. Just hard CC is good as well. I think I'm gonna Facade first. Does double Facade kill? There's no Leech Seed on the field. Facade is a guarantee. It's a 50% chance to Oko. Double CC always kills. I think he's gonna try to get the spike up, to be honest. This game is looking very good for Palafin. I'm just gonna remove this threat. Okay, he goes Arboleva, gives me this Pokemon, which is good for me. Yeah, I have to imagine he goes into Gyapdos. Okay, I mean, I only brought Patrick Stewart for this, so I'm gonna throw this out anyway. He shows us a bulk up variant. Is he weakness policy? I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Gaptos learns agility, right? It does, but it doesn't matter if he does learn agility. Let's make sure something. Zapdos, Galar. Let's go with the regular set. It's +1 right now, +1. And Rotom. I mean, Volt Switch does a lot. I could just Volt Switch and figure it out after. We do have the Grass Knot for the Quag, so I'm not too scared. Yeah, I'm gonna Volt Switch. He Thunderous Kicks, that's fine. Is he Weakness Policy? He's not Weakness Policy, okay. I did about 49%, which makes it that, okay, he's HP on this. He's max HP, okay, so Weavile doesn't kill it yet. I mean, Weavile kills with Icicle. This thing did not get Vacuum Wave or something, right? I should have brought Ice Spinner, dude. I mean, this is just the kind of option. This is kind of the thing why Weavile's here. Let me just say Zapdos Galar versus Weavile. No, sorry. Vacuum Wave. No Vacuum Wave. Let's just go into Van Dam and click Icicle Crash. But yeah, he's not Scarf, he's not anything. Icicle Crash fucks him up. I'm gonna Icicle Crash. I wish I was Ice Spinner now, but life's the way it is. And chip on this is really big because I know this thing does not get Roost or any type of recovery outside of Rest. I have to imagine he does sack his Greninja here, or lets this thing go, which would be really good for me. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'm low-key a little nervous, but that's okay. Okay, he goes into Quag. Takes a lot from that. Okay, he is Leftovers. And now, this is just a free switch into Sylvester Stallone, to be honest. I could also knock this off. There's grassy terrain on the field. Knockoff doesn't do as much to this as I hope. I mean, no, I'm gonna knock this off. Yeah, that's big. As he recovers. Good. Let's go into Sylvester Stallone. As he quakes and does nothing. Now, I mean, he's gonna sack Gren, which is fine. I'm just gonna drain. Oh, he doesn't sack. Okay. That's really big. That's really big for my Weavile. Okay, sacks Gren, which makes sense. I assume we'll see Gapdos here now. Yeah, Gapdos is here. Do I sack this? Do I throw this out? I could. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, is it? Let's think about this. If he does bulk up here, we know he's max HP at least. Facade is about 68%. The reason I'd keep this is because of this, but I have Grass Knot, so fuck this, I'm gonna throw it out. The reason why I'm not sacking this... Okay, hold on. The reason why I'm sacking this is because I can just go into Palafin after and win the game pretty much. And Rotom can just come in. I know Wash Tom can not Wash Tom. I know Quagsire can still come in and recover up. Okay, he rests. Okay, that's a good play by me. He's Chesto. Okay, smart ass. Yeah. Now, does Mach Punch kill this? Mach Punch does a nice 14 to 17. I'm just gonna Facade again. There's no reason for me not to. He's Acro. Cool set, for sure. Let's just check something out. Palafin, Jet Punch versus Quagsire. I just want to make sure that I do kill with the Grass Knot without the terrain. 90%, he wouldn't recover enough. I'll go into Ryan Gosling and I'll finish the job. Jet punching here. But, yeah. We just make sure there's something here. Baxcalibur. We do, I mean, yeah. He goes Quag and I kill it, so he wasn't aware. I can still get royally fucked by crits here. But I believe I'm just gonna do damage to this Baxcalibur. He's scale shot, okay. Is he loaded dice or something? He might be. Just gonna jet punch. Yeah, that's pretty much GG. I believe that one's in the books, and that should be the first week of the JJDL. Hopefully, if I'm not talking out of my ass here. Let me just make sure I don't choke this. Baxcalibur took how much from that? He was -1, and he took 80. So that this makes sense. So Jet Punch would do 23. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, but yeah, this guy takes a little long to click. I'm not sure what play he's trying to find here, but yeah, that was a pretty cool game. The Gaptos set was pretty cool, I'll have to say. But yeah, Palafin went really hard after Conk did its thing. I don't know what crit he's talking about. I mean, sure, it's nice info to have, but it wouldn't have saved him nonetheless. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter at all. I apologize if it's taking a little long, but yeah, this should be just a jet punch, and Ryan Gosling picks up the last KO. If I didn't get crit and still died, I could have gone back to break. Yeah, sure. I'll share the replay. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for today. I'm going, and I'll see you next week. Peace.